Hey, what's up, y'all? Um, just want to share a quick word of encouragement. Um, Before I do that, just been in a season of really um, resting, right? Taking some time in between um, busy schedule and just really listening and trying to hear what God's saying. Today I had a chance to get back to playing basketball with the fellas. That was awesome. We do that. We do some devotion time. We do pray for each other, our community, and then we hoop it up. And so it's really cool to do that. And Genesis 3 was something I shared this morning, and it's really impactful for husbands, I believe, in particular, and wives as well. But as the fellas, myself, were talking, a couple of things really stood out. That the serpent here, now that they're in the Garden of Eden, the serpent and Adam and Eve, it really points out the word that the serpent was more clever than any wild animal. And the serpent came to the woman, not the man, but to Eve and say, "Hey, like, did God really say what God said? Like, did God really say you can't eat from any tree in the garden? Did God really say you're going to die? I mean," and the woman answers him, seems quickly, right, and says, "Yeah, yeah." Not at all. We can eat from the trees in the garden. It's only about the tree in the middle of the garden, that God said, don't eat from that. Don't even touch it. You'll die. And like I said, the serpent said, "Ah, you won't die. God knows that the moment you eat it, you'll be seeing what's really going on. You'll be just like God, knowing everything." The word says, and all the way from good to evil. And so, what does the woman do? Does she discuss it with Adam, who's not too far away? Does he take it to God and say, "Hey, God, what's the deal here?" No, she decides to eat it and then pass it over to Adam. The word says, and the two of them then in sin see that they're naked and see that they need something, so they go ahead and sew some fig leaves together, okay, to cover up themselves, and in essence try to cover up their sin. And then they hear God coming, strolling, it says, in the garden. Uh-oh. And the man and his wife, they're going to hide from God. Again, not too wise of a decision here. And then really what jumps out to me is that God called to man, right? He could have said, "Yo, serpent, what's up?" Or he could have said, "Hey, Eve, what happened?" No, he calls the man. He calls to the husband and holds the husband accountable. And Adam says, "Yo, I was scared. I was afraid. I was naked, so I hid, even though he had the fig leaves on, but he was naked." Okay. God's like, "But who told you you're naked?" And then you see the scene unfold where God's like, okay, watching Adam point the finger at Eve, and then Eve point the finger at the serpent, and God takes care of all that with consequences for the serpent, consequences for Adam and Eve. Um, the serpent's cursed to slide around for the rest of its days on earth, and the woman's having labor pains now, and when everything was so it's going to be so easy for childbirth, and man, right? Gotta work hard for the land. You got to work hard for your meal, and again, like I said, and sharing that, just realizing that sometimes we get caught up in scenarios as married couples, and we don't go to talk together about a scenario, and then as husbands, we need to jump in there. We see our wife going through a battle, going through a scenario. Uh, we know that she's maybe under attack spiritually, and we're there to love her and to build her up. And then wives, getting with God, getting with your husband um, before making a major decision, right? And then if we fall, not trying to hide from God, not trying to cover up our wrongdoing, but saying, "Hey, God, we're here. We need you. We know that you love us." And check it out. Later on, God actually he actually sacrificed some animals for some skins for them, so that they could be clothed, but also that sacrifice to atone for their sins. Um, and eventually they get the boot out of the garden. They have to go. They can't stay there, but God still loves them. He loves us despite of our wrongdoings, and He's given us Jesus Christ. And so that's just some encouragement. I pray that wherever you are, that word penetrate your soul, that it uplift your spirit, um, that it saturate your mind, and that peace passes all understanding come to you. And if you're ever in need of prayer or anything at all, know that your boy Charles is here to try to help you. And if I can, I'm pretty sure I know someone who can. His name is Jesus, and he's had to be the hands and feet for him. And so, a few people that love to help and to be able to bless you, whatever your circumstance may be. And so, and just remember that John 14:6 tells us that Jesus, He's the way, He's the truth, He's the life, and no one comes to the Father but by Him. And He's there with open arms, ready for you. And so, my prayer for you today is that you realize that, and that give you the motivation to continue on, to persevere, to run the race, to fight the good fight, and not get weary in well doing. God bless you.